I need to say something that's going to upset some of you immediately. Sword Art Online had everything it needed to be one of the greatest anime ever made, and it isn't. Not because the idea was not good enough, not because Kirito is a bad character, not even because the writing was very bad. There is exactly one decision, one specific choice the writer made after season 1 that broke this entire show, and at the end of it you are going to see it as the same way I do. 10,000 player trapped inside a video game die in a game you die in real life. That's not just a good premise, that's one of the best premise anime ever had, and for one season it delivered on that promise. But there is also an arc much later in the show as almost nobody talks about. It might genuinely be better than season 1. This is not an takedown video. I'm not going to tell you SAO is bad. I actually love this show. Let's go through it properly. Here's what people forget when they are criticizing SAO. Season 1 was genuinely great. Not great if you think about it hard enough. Structurally great storytelling. Kayaba is the man who built this game and trapped everyone inside it. The premise alone does half the work. 10,000 people. No save states, no respawns. Every single decision in this game carries the weight of an actual human life, and the show understands that weight. Watch how it treats death in early episodes. It's not played for shock value, it's played for dread. Whenever someone clears a floor, it isn't a victory, it's a funeral. This is important. Kirito is not an overpowered fantasy self-insert yet. He is fast, he is smart, but he is scared too. He loses people, he makes mistakes that cost lives. That's a character. That's someone with stakes. The romance with Asuna works here too, not because it's perfectly written, because we all know that it wasn't, but because it earned through shared trauma. Two people who found something human inside a deadly game. By the time we reach final floor, this entire season has built towards something that actually means something. The stakes were never about leveling up, they were about survival, trust, and what people become when death is real. This is peak Sword Art Online, and the show had one rule that made all of this possible. One single rule. That rule get broken in the very next arc, and I think it's the reason everything after this start falling apart. Here the rule that broke everything. Death is no longer real. The very same thing that made season 1 great, it is not present in season 2. Think about what that single change does to everything the show built. The entire emotional architecture of season 1 was built on one rule. If you die for real. Remove that rule and you don't just lose tension, you lose the entire reason the story actually mattered. So what does the anime do to replace that tension? It tries to add more romance in the story. Asuna being kidnapped and held captive. And I want to be fair here. On paper, this could work, a rescue mission. But here's the actual problem. Asuna stopped being a character and become a prize. In season 1, Asuna was co-lead, she fought, she made decisions, she had her own arc, independent of Kirito. In ALO, for a significant stress, she exists in a cage, waiting to be saved by our main hero Kirito. And that was actually hilarious and frustrating at the same time. That is the first real symptom of a pattern that repeats across the franchise. Kirito's stakes become personal, romantic instead of existential. The show trade everyone might die for Kirito need to save his girlfriend, and that's a small story, and it knows it's a small story, which is why it tries to compensate with bigger fight scenes and flashy powers. Kirito stopped losing. In Aincrad, Kirito struggled. People he cared about died despite his best efforts. In ALO, he starts winning a little too easily. When your protagonist stops struggling, your story stops generating tension organically. That's a downgrade, even if individual episodes are fun to watch. And here's something I didn't expect going to this arc. There is one character introduced around this point who almost saves the entire back half of the franchise by herself. and that character is Sinon. And honestly, she might be one of the most interesting character in the entire franchise. Her trauma is specific. Her motivation for playing Gigio, facing her fear through a digital proxy, is genuinely compelling character writing. The problem in this arc isn't really about her. The moment Kirito shows up, the story recenters around him again. Sinon arc becomes a subplot inside Kirito's arc instead of the other way around, even though her story is the more interesting one on the table. After that, the Death Gun mystery is genuinely well executed as a thriller, but by the time it resolves, the show has once again proven it doesn't fully trust its side character to carry weight on their own. Gigio is good, it's just good in a way that makes you wonder what it could have been if it had stayed Sinon's story. If Gigio has stayed entirely Sinon arc with Kirito as a side character instead, do you think it would have been better than season 1? Tell me in the comments. And here's what this show had done something that I was not expecting at all after watching season 2 and season 3. I went into this arc expecting the same trash we are getting from the previous 2 seasons. I was completely wrong and I loved it. This is the closest SEO ever gets to being peak again. Here is why this arc works in a way other didn't. First, death matters again. Not in the exact same way as in season 1, but the underworld operates on rules where consequences are permanent in a new, more philosophical, interesting way. Here, people aren't just NPC, they are artificial humans with real consciousness, real fear, real soul in every sense that matters. Second, Kirito loses again, genuinely loses. People he cares about die and stay dead. This scene works because the show finally remembers what made season 1 work. Earned stakes, real consequences, and a protagonist who isn't guaranteed to win. Third, and this is a part that actually changed my opinion about this entire franchise, Alice. Alice became one of the best written character in entire franchise. Alice isn't a prize to be rescued. She is not a subplot inside Kirito's story. She has her own philosophical arc about memory, identity, and what makes someone human. And the show actually give her the screen time to explore it properly. For the first time since Aincrad, a side character isn't just supporting Kirito's journey. She is central to the story actual theme. The scale of Alicization is bigger than anything before it. But unlike ALO, the bigger scale doesn't come at the cost of emotional stakes. This is what SEO forget it could do. So if Alicization proves the show could still be great, why doesn't this fix everything? Why doesn't one of the greatest arc make up for the ones that come before it? Here is the one decision I made at the very start of this video. One specific choice. It wasn't ALO, it wasn't any single arc. It was a choice to treat the death game premise as a phase to move past instead of a foundation to keep building on. Once death stopped being real, the show never fully found something to replace it with until Alicization years later accidentally rediscover the answer. A show doesn't get to be called peak if somehow years later after making bad seasons it reminds itself how to be good. That's the honest verdict. Not that SAO is bad, not that you wasted your time watching it, but that somewhere between Aincrad and Underworld this story had the blueprint for greatness sitting right in front of it and walked away from it for multiple arcs before finally coming back. The frustration part isn't that SEO is mediocre, it's that you can see clearly in 2 separate arcs year apart exactly what this show is capable of when it can commit to its own rule. That is not a story that failed, that's a story that kept almost succeeding. And I am beyond stories, and maybe that's the most honest way to describe Sword Art Online. Last thing, comment one arc you want out of this show and one you want to expand more. I will try to reply to all your comments.